What's good, guys? September 4th, absolutely killer trading day today. Took two insane setups and made a shit ton of money. So let's break down exactly why I ended up taking both of these trades here. I typically don't take two trades in a day. This one I just literally could not pass up. So first trade here, off open, price ripped up. We took out data highs from 8:15 news and 8:30 news. So that was out of the window going into market open, and we came up and swept out these 1 hour highs up here. And we did have a high of day from Tuesday. So Tuesday's high of day was up here. We failed to take that out. So once we got this reaction back to the downside here, I knew that if we came back down here, we probably would get some sort of reaction back to the upside because this was a super obvious draw on liquidity here. I'll jump on the hourly time frame. So as we can see on the hourly, I called this out this morning. I said this area down here looks really good because we have a low that is also inside of a bullish 1 hour fair value gap. And as we can see, after I shorted down to this area, which was Asia lows, and then I also took longs off of this area. So I'll jump on the 3 minute because that's the time frame that I entered this first trade off of. We can see we had some trendline liquidity here. Price comes up, we sweep out this high. We get a really good candle back to the downside here. I enter off of the 3 minute inverse. So 3 minute inverse, enter there, and my stop loss was a little bit high on this trade because we had a bearish 1 minute gap up here that I had a feeling the price could retrace into, especially with news coming up. Wasn't scared to hold this trade through news because it was PMI. It's usually not that volatile. So held this trade through news, and it ended up flushing to the downside and playing out. So 1 minute time frame, we can see that we had this bearish 1 minute gap right here that price ended up retracing into, and then we got a good reaction back to the downside and flushed to Asia lows. That's why my stop loss was right above this fair value gap right here. So great trade there. That one flushed to the downside, came down and took out Asia lows that were right here. Asia lows were also equal lows, so really good area to target. And then after taking out Asia lows, we were obviously tapping into that bullish 1 hour gap. Had a manipulation leg here, so that means we came down, swept out liquidity. Then we have a manipulation leg, basically re-sweeping liquidity, and then get a really clean reaction back to the upside. I entered off of the 2 minute on this trade here. So as we can see, 2 minute bearish gap, price flies straight through the gap, and take the trade off of the inverse here, go break even at this internal high. And my original target was up here at the high of day from Tuesday that we failed to take out. I knew price would end up going back to this area because it was just a super obvious, super strong draw on liquidity. As we can see, we did end up taking it out there. But after price was up around 3R on this trade, I trailed my stop loss pretty aggressively, obviously because I was already up on the day. I already had taken a winning trade, and I was already up over 3R on the trade. So trailed super aggressive, ended up closing out around 4R. My trailing stop got hit. So overall up like 5.6R on the day, over 5.5R on the day. Super clean day, 2 A+ setups. I honestly couldn't ask for a better day. I can't remember the last time I took 2 wins in a day because I typically always just log off after taking the first win, but massive day, made a shit ton of money. And these are my first trades of September. So welcome to September. And I told you guys yesterday on here that I was just staying super patient, hadn't taken any trades yet this week, and if I see a trade, I was ready to unload, and this is exactly what we get here. That's why patience always pays. There's always going to be good setups that form. You just gotta resist taking the bad ones. So 2 clean trades today. Hopefully you guys ended up making money. 1 more trading day this week. Let's kill it. Let's end this week out strong. I'll see you guys on here tomorrow. Peace.